Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Live Trading Room's daily Forex analysis. Today is Tuesday, March the 6th, and it's midday. Let's see how the Forex market is performing through the index grid of our best and worst dashboard. The New Zealand dollar is in first position, gaining 2.10% on a daily basis, followed by the yen, gaining 0.54% on its currency basket. The British pound is ahead by 0.37%, and the euro is gaining 0.26%. The Australian dollar is down by 0.39%. The Australian the power strength gives us the Swiss franc 100% short and the New Zealand dollar 100% long. We have high percentages on the Canadian dollar and the yen also, respectively 85% short and 85% long. The best trades so far on the Forex market are New Zealand dollar Swiss franc, the best against the worst, gaining 0.45%, and New Zealand dollar Canada, the best against the second worst, gaining 0.42%. Now let's go to the charts to analyze the majors. Aussie US dollar started the session in a bullish tendency and then corrected down below the daily opening, but now the bullish tendency seems to be resuming as price is again above the entry level of the bullish zone of the target geometry at 0.7769. We have a bullish price action at a scalping intraday and multi-day level and a breakout of the previous highs from M5 to H1 and on the daily time frame. The pair is gaining 0.10% on a daily basis. We have a bullish percentage confluence up to the monthly level. The RSI is above 50 on every time frame except the daily and the weekly. We have a confluent delta single volume. The Australian dollar is 71% long against a 71% short US dollar, so should the market remain above 0.7769, we may have a return to the intraday high. The euro-dollar also, after a correction below the daily opening, is now moving again in a bullish tendency just above the entry level of the bullish zone of the target geometry at 123.49. We have a confluent price action. The market is moving above all the moving averages of the EMA dashboard. We have a monthly and weekly statistical forecast in favor of a possible continuation to the upside. We have a bullish percentage confluence up to the yearly level. The RSI is above 50 on every time frame, and we have a confluent delta single volume. With an 85% long euro against a 71% short US dollar, should the market remain above 123.49, we may have a continuation of the bullish move. The cable is also moving in a slight bullish tendency, gaining 0.05% on a daily basis. We have a bullish price action at an intraday and multi-day level and a breakout of the previous high on the H4 time frame. We have a bullish percentage confluence up to the yearly level. The market is moving above almost all the moving averages of the EMA dashboard, and we have an RSI above 50 on every time frame except the daily and the M1. With a 71% long euro against a 57% long British pound, we may expect a limited daily range, but should the market close above 138.64, we may have a slight continuation to the upside around 0.7180. The market gave a bullish signal at the breakout of the previous daily high, and now it's accelerating upward. We have a bullish price action at an intraday and multi-day level and a breakout of the previous highs from M30 to the daily time frame. We also have a bullish percentage confluence up to the yearly level, and the market is moving above all the moving averages of the EMA dashboard. The RSI is above 50 on every time frame except the daily. We have a confluent New Zealand dollar against a 57% short US dollar, so we may have a continuation to the upside. Dollar Canada started the session in a bullish tendency, but then corrected down toward the daily opening. The market is still gaining 0.01% on a daily basis, but now we have a bearish price action at a scalping and intraday level with a breakout of the previous lows from M5 to H4. The RSI is also turning below 50 on the scalping and intraday time frames. Both currencies are very weak on their respective currency baskets, so we may expect a limited daily range. But should the market descend below the daily opening, we may have a slight continuation to the downside. After a false breakout of the previous daily high, US dollar Swiss franc is now moving in a bearish tendency with a bearish price action at a scalping and intraday level, and a breakout of previous lows from N15 to H4. The pair is losing 0.07% on a daily basis, and we have the RSI below 50 on every time frame. So should the market remain below the daily opening at 0.9395, we may have a continuation to the downside. Dollar against a confluent yen, so we may have a now let's close the analysis with the US dollar yen, which is moving now in a bullish tendency after an intraday low marked at 105.85, with a confluent price action up to the weekly time frame and a breakout of previous highs from M5 to the daily. The pair is gaining 0.18% on a daily basis. We have the RSI above 50 up to the H4 time frame. So should the market remain above 106.32, we may have a continuation of the bullish move toward the monthly opening at 106.65. That's all for today's analysis. Thank you for your attention. Good day and good trading from Live Trading Room.